Hi guys, welcome back to MySTV. My name is Anthony, and today we are going to be looking at love grammar, specifically phrases of time. Now, phrases of time are absolute keywords in every language. They help us navigate our personal and professional lives. That meeting or date in the future, the birthday party that you need to organise, where you went last week on holiday, etc. It is vital that you learn many synonyms for each. So, let's kick off with the meaning. So what do I mean by time expressions? Well, this can be anything from an adverb of frequency, which is a word telling you how often you do an action, or just a common expression that natives use when an event happens. We can group them into past, present, and future. Of course, these are just some of many examples that are possible in English. Make sure you learn some alternatives for each expression. So, let's take a look at some of the more common ones. Now, in the table, you can see lots that are particularly useful and particularly common. Stop the video if you want to have time to write them down, or if you want to look at them in more detail. I will explain some of the more interesting ones. We'll start with currently. Now, in English, currently is a word that means right now. It is often confused with actually. In English, actually means in reality. It has nothing to do with time. Another example is in this moment, which typically means during. Recently or of late, exactly the same. Nowadays, which is a word that means that something wasn't true in the past, but now it's true in the present. And eventually. Eventually means at a certain point in the future, which is not relating to possibilities. Okay. We'll move on now and we will look at the structure. So, let's look at some examples. We'll go with our first example here. This morning, I went to the supermarket. It was so busy, much more than any other day, or than the other day. Our expressions there are this morning and the other day. Example number 2. Next year, I'm going to win the lottery. No, I don't think so. But our time expression there is next year. Number 3. I'm a little busy at the moment. Our expression there is at the moment. So as you can see, you can place them at the beginning, or you can put them at the end, and the difference is very little. These are some of the most common expressions used in English, and I guarantee you will hear them used very often. However, now is the time to look at prepositions with time. So we have 3. We have on, which we use for days, dates, and holidays. In, which is used for section of the day, for example, in the morning, in the afternoon, months, years, or centuries. And at, which is always a specific time. Some examples of these: at the weekend, I usually go to the beach. Or the school closes on Monday for the summer. Now, that was a lot of information to process. Think you've got it all? Let's find out and do a quick test. So, in these questions, you tell me out loud if the following are correct or incorrect. And if they are wrong, what's the correct answer? So, number 1, I'm talking to you in this moment. Think about it. Pause the video if you need to. The answer is not quite. At the moment is better. Why? Because in this moment is used more to describe the idea of during. For example, time flies and it's important to live in the moment. Next one. He is actually waiting for a bus, meaning right now. Think about it. Process it. The answer is wrong. Absolutely wrong. If you mean right now, you shouldn't use actually. The correct answer is currently waiting for a bus. If you got that wrong and you don't understand why, leave a comment down below, like and subscribe to the channel also, and we'll proceed with number 4. My mum was born on the 7th of June, 1975. What do you think? Correct or not correct? Think. Pause the video if you need to. The answer is correct. We use on with dates. It's often confused with seasons like summer, but be careful, that's in. Speaking of the summer, that reminds me, time to go to our in-use section.
Okay, so for this holiday, I really want to get organized. I want to meet in the morning at around 8 a.m. in the lobby of the hotel. Is that okay?
You've lost me already. 8 o'clock in the morning on a holiday. I'm there to relax. No.
Well, what do you want to do in the morning?
Look, in the morning we can go to the beach. Then we go and get some lunch. And after that, in the evening, we can have some dinner.
Well,
nice and easy.
That's not enough. I mean, sure, we can relax later, but in the morning is when we should really get the tourist stuff out of the way.
Okay, as long as I can have a cocktail later on.
Of course, you can do whatever you want after we go to the museum.
Okay, yes sir. So, a short recap for you then. Expressions of time or phrases of time are expressions that we use to indicate when something happens. It could be an adverb of frequency, like often, or sometimes, or usually, or it could be a specific expression like currently, eventually, nowadays. You can put them at the beginning or at the end of the sentence, and each one has a specific meaning and needs to be memorized. Remember, learn different examples of each one, but be careful that actually means actually means in reality, and currently means right now. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it particularly useful and you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Switch on the bell icon to enable notifications. And if you know any others that we've not included in this list, leave a comment down below. My name is Anthony. This is MySTV. Thank you very much.